up on Fulton today, some county residents see changes in their property tax bill. We'll talk to the tax commissioner about what it all means. And do you need to report abandoned property or stray animals in your community? We'll tell you how new technology is helping to keep citizens and the county better informed. Fulton Today is next. Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis. Fulton County property owners, listen up. Your property tax bills have been mailed, and some residents will see some fees that they've never seen before. Dr. Arthur Ferdinand is Fulton County's tax commissioner. Sir, welcome back to Fulton Today.
Thanks for having me, Shania.
So as I mentioned, those property tax bills have in fact been mailed.
All tax bills have been mailed. The due date for the City of Atlanta is September 30th. The due date for Fulton County is October 15th. And the solid waste bill is due on September 15th. But all bills have been mailed.
And is there also a new fee on the bill for those who are in City of Atlanta?
That is correct. There is a new 911 fee on the solid waste bill. This fee is $26 for residential properties and $307 for commercial properties. The proceeds from this new fee would be used to modernize the 911 emergency response system for the City of Atlanta.
And now this 911 fee, is that a one-time fee, or will in fact this be one of the annual fees?
This is going to be an annual fee.
And can someone appeal their bill if they don't like it?
No, you cannot appeal a tax bill. However, you can appeal the assessment, your property assessment, which is used to calculate the tax bill. Each property owner received an assessment notice from the Board of Assessors in June. At that time, you had 45 days to appeal that value. That period is over now. So you cannot appeal the tax bill.
And finally, Dr. Ferdinand, tell everybody about the options for paying their tax bills.
There are several modes of payment. Of course, there's cash and checks. And besides that, we have all major credit cards and e-checks. But new this year, you have on each tax bill or solid waste bill a QR code. You can use your smartphone and that QR code to directly access your tax bill. And from there, you can then exercise any of the online payment options we offer.
All right, Fulton County's Tax Commissioner, Dr. Arthur Ferdinand, always great to see you. Thank you, sir, for your time.
Thanks for having me, Shona. It has been a pleasure as usual. Thank you.
Now, if you have any questions about receiving your tax bills, you can contact the tax commissioner's office. But if you have any questions or comments about the total of that bill or the value of your assessment, then you contact the tax assessor's office. Are you looking for a new job or perhaps a change in career? Well, Fulton County's workforce development team may be able to help. MARTA will be hosting a recruitment drive at the Adamsville Regional Health Center. They will be looking for part-time bus drivers next month.
MARTA is very focused on individuals that have strong customer service skills. They're going to be looking at your personality, the way that you're presenting yourself. They're looking for candidates that can really uphold strong conversations. They will be testing you on that day for your customer service aptitude. So any individuals that are interested in applying for this opportunity should have strong customer service skills and be prepared to show those in the interview.
All candidates must first create a profile on MARTA's website at itsmarta.com before they can attend the recruitment drive. Applicants must also have a valid Georgia Class B driver's license or permit. Workforce Development is also hosting on-site recruitment fairs for room attendants at Starwood Hotels of Atlanta.
To submit applications for this job, we're asking that you have your resume updated. and that you are showing on your resume that you do have experience in some form of cleaning industry or warehouse industry. We really want you to reflect that on your resumes if you are applying for the Starwood Hotels opportunity.
You must apply online with Starwood Hotels and send your resume to Jason Lane before being interviewed. Now, the hiring event will be held at the Fulton County Library in downtown Atlanta. The Fulton County District Attorney pledges to take additional steps to address public safety in East Point. DA Paul L. Howard Jr. and members of his staff invited public safety officials, members of the business community, and residents to take part in this safety meeting. Residents voiced concerns about thefts, break-ins, and other crimes in their community. The DA told the residents that his team is aware of the challenges.
What we're going to be doing is talking about some of the things that we're doing, how we're working with the police department. All of this is just an effort to make sure that East Point is safe.
Last year, the district attorney's office opened a community prosecutor's office in East Point. Prosecutors and investigators are assigned to respective police zones to identify chronic problems and repeat offenders and track their cases through the courts. The DA has 8 other community prosecution offices serving citizens throughout the entire county. Fulton commissioners approved new technology to help improve the elections process. Now, the elections asset management system and the new poll worker online training software are designed to make the process more accurate and more efficient. Richard Barron is the director of the Department of Registration and Elections. Rick, welcome back to Fulton today.
Thank you for having me.
So first things first, tell us about this new system that the board agreed to purchase.
The elections management system is a suite of software. There's a project management tool that's the overarching architecture, and then the asset tracking system feeds into that. A campaign finance suite or module feeds into that as well. We also have a poll book for checking in voters, and the other piece of that software is a poll worker management module.
And what are some of the advantages of this kind of a system?
For example, with the asset tracking system, we'll be able to tell where any piece of our electronic equipment is at any time. From the time we take it off the racks, as far as some of the other advantages, we'll be able to know exactly when our tasks are coming up that are due. If we have overlapping elections such as we've had this year, it'll just make it much easier to manage the elections.
And Rick, how do you think this new system will benefit the entire elections process?
I think we're going to become more efficient. It'll be easier to manage all the tasks. Every election is a massive project or a massive event. We'll be able to decrease time voters spend in line checking in over time, whether it be during early voting or on election day.
And you're also receiving a poll worker online training system. Let's talk about that.
We're excited to get the poll worker online training system. It's going to be professionally produced, contain video, graphics. It's going to be interactive. Testing will be available. And it is geared towards adult education and retention of knowledge that they will gain during the training. So we're really excited about that one.
And finally, Rick, what about a timeline for getting this system in place?
We need to get them in place by the end of the year, December 31st, although we hope to have them in place before the November municipal election so that we get a practice, or like to test run in before 2016 comes around.
Richard Barron, Fulton County's Director of Registration and Elections, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Shania.
And speaking of new technology, a new app is helping communities stay in better contact with the county. It's all a part of a new smartphone app called Full Code to Go. Officials are calling it a new form of civic engagement. From their smartphones, citizens can report crime, traffic, code violations, and other important issues in their neighborhoods and communities.
The leadership in the county thought about ways in which we could engage our citizens in that process. And the best way that we thought we could do that was to see whether or not we could have a platform where we could give our citizens digital access to the county through the form of an app that's available either in Apple or on Android. And so we found a company called City Sourced. And they were able to provide a platform for us to take our CityWorks work order system and basically allow citizens to create their own requests and work orders through this app. It's really exciting.
The app was built by a Los Angeles-based technology company. The app is now available at both Apple and Android stores. And when we come back, get pen and paper. We'll have details for the next District Dialogues community meeting. Stay with us. Fulton's chairman puts a spotlight on community health centers, and an annual summer celebration brings together seniors from all over the county. Here's this week's district by district coverage. We begin with Chairman John Eves as he brings greetings during a press conference held at Mercy Care. The at-large commissioner joined Mercy Care in celebrating Community Health Center Week. Mercy Care offers comprehensive medical services, including services for the homeless.
The county does a great job in terms of public health and behavioral health, but we can't do it by ourselves. And so we need to have community health centers like Mercy Care and also federally qualified health centers such as the one in West End.
We could not do the work we do without the county's support and their partnership, from everything from housing to concrete services, mental health, substance abuse, to public health.
Mercy Care services have numerous locations in the metro area. You can visit mercyatlanta.org for the list. Mercy Care is a member of St. Joseph's Health System and Trinity Health. In District 4, participants at the Helene S. Mills Multipurpose Facility enjoy what has become an annual tradition. The Men of Mills hosted their summer feast, complete with great fellowship and great food. The seniors invited their peers from other county centers as well as from the neighborhood.
We do this to do something in the summertime or just before the fall to just let the participants here know that we are present, and we want to just recognize them and do something exciting for them.
You should come to the Mills Center because you'll find out what us seniors are really doing. We're not just sitting down, we're getting up, and we're standing up, we're dancing, we're swimming, we got pottery, we got pool tables for the guys to play. We got everything going on here.
The Mills facility is open to residents of Fulton County. The membership orientation seminars are held on the 1st and 4th Wednesdays at 11 o'clock at the facility. District 5 Commissioner Marvin Arrington Jr. invites his constituents to another one of his town hall forums. The commissioner has announced that the next District Dialogues community gathering will be at the East Point Library on September 8th. Like his first meeting at the branch, the commissioner wants residents to come out and speak to him and county staff directly.
We want to hear about the concerns and the issues that they have in Fulton County. We want to know what problems or issues they may be having, what successes they may be experiencing. We want to know what issues they have and try to help them resolve it. And sometimes it may not be an issue with the county, it may be an issue with the city of Atlanta or the city of East Point.
Again, here are the dates for the upcoming District Dialogues meetings. You can get more information at FultonCommission5.com. And finally, in District 6, a recap of the successful National Night Out in South Fulton. Commissioner Emma I. Darnell greeted the crowd for the event on Old National Highway. Residents and business representatives took part in the community initiative that highlighted county services. Fulton Police took the lead on National Night Out in unincorporated South Fulton.
We are so happy to be here tonight once again for the National Nights Out, sponsored by our law enforcement agencies, and it makes it even better to have the community out, and especially the children and their parents. We're going to have a lot of fun, we're going to have a lot of fellowship, and we're going to pledge to keep on working together so that our children and our families are safe and happy, not just one night, but every night of the year.
Police brought out their arsenal of equipment and vehicles for the residents to see up close. Hundreds of law enforcement agencies all across the country take part in National Night Out, all on the same evening. The event is designed to heighten crime and drug prevention awareness, generate support for and participate in local anti-crime efforts, and strengthen neighborhood spirit and police-community partnerships. Now, you can catch more of your commissioners at work all this week with the rebroadcast of the Board of Commissioners meeting right here on FGTV. And when we come back, tips for preparing healthy school lunches. Stay with us. Well, seniors are often reminded to monitor their heart health and their diet, but what about their driving health? FGTV's Priscilla Ortega has our story.
There are many things that have changed since seniors started driving years ago, including their health, technology, and current roadways. So it's important for seniors to take a class like this so they can be current with today's drivers. Turning, stopping properly, and watching out for other drivers. Those are things seniors need to make sure they can do safely before they get behind the wheel.
As we get older, I've got to realize that our chances of having a crash increases after 70.
The Harriet Darnell Senior Multipurpose Facility hosts the AARP 55 Alive Mature Driving Course every month. The course involves lectures, video, and quizzes. It gives seniors insight on changes and dangers they have to face on the roads.
There's aggressive drivers, there are people who are driving and not changing lanes, there are people who are tailgating, who are speeding, who are driving on alcohol, and seniors have to face that also.
Studies show 1/3 of all accidents for seniors are at an intersection, so seniors need to be especially careful when they make left-hand turns. But the main thing seniors should do before getting behind the wheel is to make sure they are healthy enough to drive.
You know, you've got to consider your physical aspect, your mental aspect, where you are as far as realizing where you are in your driving.
Now, if you want more information about this class, you can contact the Star Line or AARP. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Priscilla Ortega.
Thank you, Priscilla. Meanwhile, Fulton's health officials are reminding the public to take caution after the state has confirmed its first case of the West Nile virus. The Georgia Department of Public Health says an adult from Metro Atlanta contracted the virus this year, but she has recovered. The disease is spread by infected mosquitoes. But environmental health technicians say prevention is as easy as the 5 Ds. Avoid going outside in the dawn or dusk. Use mosquito repellent with DEET. Dress in loose-fitting long sleeves and pants. And drain standing water and make sure doors are closed tightly.
Even keep your trees trimmed back so that they won't hold so much water, because we do have the dew effect every night. So we have the water that's going to come down. Keep your grass cut. Remove any items that are holding water.
The county uses spray to keep mosquitoes away. They also larvicide areas where mosquitoes breed. If you have questions or concerns, you can contact the environmental health number right there on your screen. Well, now that families have gotten back into that school routine, we have some tips on how to pack healthier lunches. According to the American Heart Association, a child's lunch should have a variety of whole grains, fruits, vegetables, lean protein, and heart-healthy fat. Packing water is also a healthier option over soda or fruit drinks.
Make it interesting, make it colorful, make the lunches brighter. You can do things like use 2 types of apples, a red apple or a green apple, and get the children involved in preparing the lunches as well.
Parents should also avoid processed foods like bologna, potato chips, and snack cakes because they are high in unhealthy fats, sodium, and calories. Multiple studies found children who have regular nutritious meals are able to pay attention in class better and focus on their assignments. For more information, contact our cooperative extension agents at 404-332-2400. And still to come on Fulton today, some NFL preseason predictions from seasoned Saints. Stay with us. Well, you only have a few more days to see an exhibit that captures protest, redemption, and politics. Photographer and county employee Richard Ducree's exhibit is on display at Gallery 72 in downtown Atlanta. The photographs show the past struggles in the civil rights movement and how this generation is continuing that fight. Ducree says art is a valuable tool that can help people of all ages express their feelings and help with communication.
It's one of the most strong medias for children to really to learn how to communicate through art. The arts are probably very essential to education.
The free exhibit, I Bear Witness, Politics, Protest, and Redemption Songs will be on display until September 4th. For more information, you can go to ocaatlanta.com. And finally, as the NFL preseason is in full swing, some seniors give their predictions about who is going all the way. Every year at the start of the NFL season, the Darnell Senior Multi-Purpose Facility hosts an NFL preseason sports talk. The seniors predict which team will win their conference and eventually make it to the Super Bowl. It's something the group looks forward to every year.
I look at whoever has the best defense. And I think right now Arizona Cardinals have the best defense. And they got their quarterback back from last year, and he was a quality quarterback. That's why I'm picking them to go all the way.
I'm kind of undecided. I have several teams through the years that I liked before I really got into football, like the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The friendly rivalry is documented in writing and kept all season long until the Super Bowl so that everybody can see which predictions came true. All I say is go Falcons. And before we go, our reminder that we'd like to connect with you online. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And of course, you can watch us anytime on our YouTube channel. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis. Thank you for watching. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.